Hello, friends. The 630th day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. The Russian army intensified its assaults in a number of directions near Avdiivka, Kupiansk, and Donetsk. President Zelensky announced this following a conference call with the military. He did not provide details. But Ukrainian telegram channels yesterday wrote the Russian troops had advanced near Yevhenii, west of Bakhmut. Russian telegram channels claim that they have completely returned under their control the Berhyvka reservoir, where the Ukrainian armed forces entered back in May. On the deep state map, the reservoir is completely under Russian control. It is worth noting that the latest map update from Deep State shows that our defense forces have managed to regain some of their lost ground. Western experts, in addition to the advance of the Russians at the Berhyvka reservoir, record attempts by the Russians to advance in the north of Klishchiivka. In the Telegram channel of Ukrainian military personnel fighting in this area, Bakhmutsky Demon, they write that our artillery is working closely, but there are many Russians and they are repressing. According to them, we are now on the defensive in the Bakhmut sector. In another area of Russian offensive near Avdiivka, no significant changes were reported. The enemy is attacking in many places. Judging by the video, the Russians are intensively shelling Ukrainian army positions with incendiary ammunition. Bild reports that the Russian army has advanced to the railway line in the north of Avdiivka, the capture of which could complicate the supply of the Ukrainian group and civilians in the city. The Russians also gradually managed to capture the village of Stepove to the west of the railway line. The Russians are suffering huge losses, but are gradually making progress. The publication compares this offensive with the Battle of Bakhmut, where Russia lost up to 20,000 people, but still captured the completely destroyed city. The publication estimates Russia's losses near Avdiivka at 3,000 people. The Russian advanced through minefields and under counter-fire. My robot friend will continue further.
Meanwhile, the Ukrainian armed forces near Avdiivka can afford to spend 10 times fewer shells than during the defense of Bakhmut and the offensive in the south. Fighters from this direction anonymously told the Spanish publication El País about this. The commander of the unit operating the American Paladin howitzer in the 47th Brigade, Oleksandr, said that both in Bakhmut in the spring and in the summer near Orikhiv, his soldiers fired 100 to 150 shells a day. And now in Avdiivka there are only 15. Due to the intensity of use, howitzers lose accuracy. If in the summer his Paladin had an error of 7 meters, now it is 70. Also, the Russians are digging safer and larger trenches and have a great advantage in drones. There can be up to 300 drones in the sky at the same time. Orlan monitor the situation and Lancet strike. The biggest danger near Avdiivka now is the cutting of the railway in the north. Ukrainian armed forces are defending it on high ground, but the Russian army has already gained access to a 3-kilometer area. They have no control. In a day we can take and give up positions there 3 times. The fighting takes place at 30 meters. They keep coming in platoons of 10 to 15 people. They don't stop attacking us, says fighter Ivan. According to him, losses on the Russian side are incalculable, but on the Ukrainian side they are also very high. Ivan lost his entire platoon. 17 of his comrades were killed and captured. Ukrainian fighters call Russian zombies. They say they go in waves to their deaths under pain of execution by their superiors. There were cases when Russians blew themselves up with grenades so as not to surrender. At the same time, defending emotionally in Avdiivka is worse than it was to attack in the summer. You have to pray, hiding in a trench for 4 days while the relay lasts, so that their artillery does not kill you. and then repel an attack and another attack by infantry, the soldiers say.
Friends, please support my channel if you like the video I provide, because making video is my full-time job. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.